Hello everyone, my name is Mariam Abbas. I'm a first year PhD student in behavioral science program at University of Rhode Island. Welcome you all to our outreach event for the faculty audience. We proceed as to kindly keep yourself muted so that we can smoothly run this event for you. And also, if you have any questions, kindly drop them in our comment box and we'll address them towards the end of the session. On this note, I would like to invite our chair to welcome our guests.
Hi everyone, my name is Sachin Gupta. I am current co-chair designator with Sajjad Sheikh Sasir Global Scholar Award. Very welcome for joining today's event. Thank you very much. So I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our guest today. So our first guest is Professor Suhail Sabir Saab. He needs no introduction. Uh, he's a professor of chemistry at Aligarh Muslim University, and he was also the Pro Vice Chancellor uh, at University of Science and Technology, Meghalaya. So personally, he was a provost at Habib Hall when I was there. So thank you very much, sir, for joining today. Professor Sabir, just to add, he's with us with SSGSA from the very beginning. He's on the advisory committee. So thank you again, sir, for joining today. Our next guest is Professor Farooq Arjaman. She's also a professor at Aligarh Muslim University. Uh, so, and she's also a great admirer of Society Global Scholar Award. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for joining today. Uh, so, our one last guest is Arish Naeem. Arish is a scholar of 2019 and 20 of Society Global Scholar Award. She has done her bachelor's and master's in industrial chemistry from Aligarh Muslim University, and uh, she's now at University of Texas, Arlington, USA, as a PhD student. Thank you, Arish, for joining today. So, so before I hand over to Mariam, as a chair, I would like to assure all the prospective applicants today that when you apply and get selected, SSGSA will give its best to help you out in all the possible aspects. So, thank you very much for joining today.
Thank you, Sachin sir. Juman Bakri, Mr. Sayed Ali Rizvi, and Dr. Saab Sheikh. We had our first batch in 2007. SSGSA has been running successfully with the help of our advisors, alumni associations, donors, supporters, and volunteers. So what do we provide? As an organization, we help with personalized mentorship for students of AMU to achieve their dream, achieve their dream school in abroad. And we also help them with financial support. Right now, we have around 145 success stories in more than 22 countries. So, talking about how competitive and productive SSGSA is. So, if you look at the first graph, you can see that number of applicants has increased over the years, and so our number of our bodies. And on the right side, you can see that we started with 8 uh, applicants in 2007, and we had around 5 successful stories. And from 2011 onwards, the ratio has been same. And if you can look at the 2002 ratio, you can see that there were 27 applicants, and we have already have 11 scholars who have achieved admission in different parts of the world, and some of them are applying. So we hope that we'll see more success story coming for our last batch. Talking about our statistics, as you can see on this beautiful map, that SSG scholars have left their footprint almost in all the major continents, and we hope to see more success story coming from more different regions. And this graph has more work going on. And there are like 22 countries where SSGSA scholars have gone so far. So whenever you are applying abroad, there are certain requirements that you have to fulfill. Some of them are your first and foremost important document is your academic transcript. Then you are expected to write a standardized test, for example, GRE, GMAT. GMAT if you are applying for any school, any commerce school abroad. Then TOEFL and IELTS, these are like very common proficiency tests that you are expected to write. Then statement of purpose. A statement of purpose is basically your motivation to apply to certain university, and how do you think you are best fit for a particular lab, or all your reasoning behind a particular university. You write down in this particular document. And then letter of recommendations. It may be two or maybe three, totally depends on which university you are applying to. Then your curriculum vitae. There are certain other requirements, but these are not like mandatory but encouraged. So if you have experience of research, any prior work experience, and if you've been a part of any extracurricular activity or social volunteer engagement, so you can enlist those also in your application. But again, it's not mandatory but highly encouraged. So talking about graduation certificate application timeline in US in particular. So if you are required to submit GRE course, so the best time to start its preparation is in June. So you start your preparation in June, and by September you're expected to write your GRE, and by October you start you're sitting for your English proficiency test and simultaneously work on your CV, SOP, LORs, etc. By December, January, you have completed all your important documents, and now you have started applying to all the shortlisted universities. And by March, April, you'll get to know your admits. So this is a time where you decide which university you want to go if you have got multiple admits, and then you utilize rest of the time till August to prepare your arrival here in United States and wherever you are going. So what we do after you get selected. So basically, the first thing that we do is that we connect you with the three mentors who are like expert in your field, and they help you with the uh, university application. They help you like basically shortlist what university will be best for you, help you resolve several queries, and evaluate your monthly progress. You sit with your mentor and decide your timeline. So it's kind of very systematic approach that you get from this mentoring program. Then we provide you with financial assistance. This financial assistance cover for your standardized test fees, for example, GRE, GMAT, TOEFL, etc. We also pay for your university application fees, but only 5 university application fees. And we also help you sending your standardized test scores to 5 different universities. So this is something we cover as financial assistance, but you can only avail this assistance within 2 years of your scholarship tenure. Then the application support, like I told you, your mentor help you throughout your scholarship period, even up later than that as well. But in that, your mentors actually help you to polish and refine your skills, so they meet the standards of application abroad. So this is something that's like a very nice part of SSGSA, because otherwise we always think like how will we write our SOPs, what looks better on resume. So they help you with that. And last but not the least, not only your mentor, but whole SSGSA family help you connect with resourceful person. Even after your arrival, they connect you with people who can like help you adjust in a new country altogether. And they also provide you support to find relevant internships and job opportunities. So once you're selected in SSGSA, there's so many things SSGSA help you with, and that's itself like add another feather on your cap. So I think it's a very bright opportunity for all of you. And on this note, I would request that we our deadline is 13 February. We've already started getting a lot of applications. So all those who are attending today and who know anybody interested in applying, please spread the word. And yes, I would like to invite our honorary guest, Professor Suhail Sabir, to come and say a few words to our audience. Um, is Suhail Sabir among the
Yeah.
participants?
Yeah. So,
Maybe you are mute also.
Yeah, I mean, Suhail Sabir was, he joined it very early, but probably like there is some technical glitch from his
Yeah,
side.
I cannot like see him on my screen. So shall I invite the other person?
On the second screen, maybe he is mute.
Suhail sir, can you hear us? Yep. I think maybe we can go ahead with our next speaker and yeah, please.
So now I would like to invite our special
Uh,
guest.
yeah, he's joining. He's there, but I think he says he's not mute. He thinks. Shwel bhai, आप mute हैं. आप आप हमारी मीटिंग में हैं इस वक्त नहीं हैं. Mariam, please proceed with the next guest, and he will be he has some technical issues right now.
All right, no problem. So now I would like to invite special guest, Professor Farooq Arjuman, to encourage our students to apply.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much, madam, for giving me this opportunity and interact with all the aspects of SSGSA. And as you have just highlighted in your presentation, SSGSA is doing really good job and tremendous sort of support in all the 4 areas which you mentioned, especially, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So actually, all the 4 areas are very, very important. I mean, the application, it is a long, tedious process. And our students, since I'm a teacher of chemistry here, and I am fully interacting with BSc Final Honors chemistry students and all other subsidies branches also, especially as a STEM co-director also. So I interact with students who are in physics and they are in chemistry, in life science, many other subjects. And these students really aspire to go for higher studies in abroad. And as you have mentioned, we have so many opportunities in different countries. I think it's a tremendous diverse number of countries which you have covered. And students really, I think I would motivate them to apply for SSGS support because sometimes you really don't know how to, fill the proper columns, and by that, due to that, your application might get rejected at certain early stages, and that's really very unfortunate. So if you are really, SSGS team, and so much networking is there, and by the networking also, all of you are so readily cooperative and supportive. You can help them to, see their problems. They should ask questions. And I encourage all the students to ask questions if they have any. And so that they have whatever their, the procedure becomes easy for them. Then financial support, some of the students also, we have, most of the students are not from very financially good background. And that also sometimes becomes a problem and challenge for them to do all the necessary examinations, take tests, and also sometimes travel to US. So I think that is also a very important aspect, which students from, those backgrounds who are not financially very strong, they can also be getting access to their fulfilling their dreams of studying abroad in high top premium universities. So then the another aspect which is very, very important is the decision to select the right, university. And especially nowadays, we have interdisciplinary researches, and those those are the discrete subjects which our students are not generally exposed to, and they do not actually know which subject is more appropriate for them. Selecting the right subject. So I think in that also they can see guidance from all of you. And SSGA has definitely a very expert teams of faculties. Those are our alumni, and we are proud of them. And you all are doing wonders. So I think all of you can provide them guidance. And we also at AMU, we are readily available to them to help them to, select or shortlist the universities. So that is also an important aspect. Then I think one of the most important is our CV. That is, the students really should work hard on it, because whenever sometimes we write letters of recommendation, we do find some niches in the curriculum vitae, which is like not very reflective of what they have achieved in their professional life so far. So I think that is also an area that needs a little bit, work out, and they can also seek help for all the experts, and especially the young aspirants who are the role models, Arish Naeem, and so many others. Like we have Mariam is there in the panel today, and Full Mohammed Full is our student. All of you are our students, so I'm really proud of you all. And then letter of recommendation, a statement of purpose is also very important. So that should not be copied from some other place, but rather we should encourage the students to write it very critically, and write them should have originality also. All of these, I think this is the one criteria which really is very decisive whether they take the students. You all can guide it better. And what should I say? We have a long experience, 28 years in research and teaching. So I really motivate students to go for higher studies, especially abroad, because that really gives our students a different, I should say, wings to achieve success in their professional life. Because nowadays it's not only important to get education, but quality education is very important, especially when you have an academic arena where you have so much, state of art facilities which are required for doing intense research. So that is, very important to, no doubt we are fulfilling a part of it at Aligarh Muslim University and all other premium institutions. But that's only a handful of students who get access to all of the facilities which we have in India. So therefore, they have to explore to other universities, especially premium universities of world. And then diversity with, intermingling with other really, improves your personality, and you become more confident in life, and also professionally more sound, because you get huge, good, nice financial packages. And that's also very important nowadays. So I think we should not, miss this point that without money is an important aspect for living. So why should we adjust to or compromise on a lesser one? And I think this is very important, especially for newer generation, their children, and fulfilling demands of competitive world. So then science is growing, it is different, especially nowadays interface subjects. Those maybe our students are not exposed to all of the stuff, especially the finest research is being done abroad. And there's no doubt they are the best, and the best teachers are available to them. So I think I would motivate again, rather I would beseech on my students in AMU to please apply for SSGA, say, award, and also, take this opportunity to get the best, advice mentors like you all. And get world-class education. That's very important for us. With this note, I really thank you all for giving me this opportunity to be connected with
Thank you,
this.
ma'am.
And I'm also available all the time for any questions or any queries or any help which they seek from us. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your support and encouraging words. Those really mean a lot to us. Now, I would like to invite our honorary guest, Professor Sabir.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
So, good evening and good morning to everybody. It is a pleasure to be associated with this meeting today. And especially I feel proud to be associated with this program for almost 15 years. When it started with Shahida and Rabi and Saif Sheikh, Ali Rizvi and Rehan Bakhri, they all started this wonderful program. And previously, as you all know, it was known as SESA, SSGSA. And it was in the year 2009-10, I think, when I was provost of a hall, Hall. One of my students came to me and asked, what it stands for? What for this SSGSA stands? And later on, he became the chair of SSGSA. I'm talking about Mohsin Khan. So some of very dear students have occupied his chair. My wards in the hall, like Wasiqul Islam and Ali Muzaffar, all of them have occupied his chair, SSGSA. And it is a wonderful program, no doubt about it. Initially, when it was started, students in this university were not aware of the program. The reason was that there was not such reach out to them, which is now available. But at that time, we used to go to the different department and motivate the students to join this program. They apply for this. And I, along with my very dear friend, my classmate, Dr. Shahid Jamil, we conducted tests and interviews were conducted with the help of Asad Khan of the biotechnology. And this went on for a while. Then I felt that only the students of science, life science and engineering were applying. The other faculty students were not applying for this program. So we had a conference call with Ali Rizvi and 13 other people. And I just said that let us change the name of this program, SSGSA. It was introduced at that time. And then it was open to all the faculty. And then the students started applying from faculty of arts, management, sociology, and other departments came forward and they applied for this particular program. Now it is a grand success. There's no doubt about it. And if you listen to the success stories of people like Rehan Bakhri, who is online right now, and when he came to Aligarh and I invited him to deliver lectures, we even went to Minto Circle for high school students, and he motivated them, gave a very wonderful speech. And then in the Department of Chemistry, in Hall, I arranged his lectures. And only 3-4 days back, a student came to me. He is going for postdoc to UK. He was a social science student. And he said that every word which was uttered by Rehan Bakhri on that day is remembered by him. And he is following in his footsteps. He will be talking to Rehan Bakhri after reaching London. So such type of motivation was there. And I'm really very happy that this program has come a long way. Now, almost 700, 600 applications are received every year, and few are selected. Only 25, 30 students are selected. And definitely those who are selected are bright students. And they get through this process of application for SSGSA even. And after that, once they are selected, they just felt motivated. Students came to us and said, sir, we don't need a scholarship, we don't need the money, but we need the tag that we are SSGSA scholar. That is great. And this is happening. And I think this story will continue. And the motivation was that when Rayan Bakri said that when I went to Michigan State University, and I met him in Michigan, he said, sir, we just thought that if we can come to this place, why not the other students? Why not others can come? And that has really helped more than 130, 40 students who are now at the best of the institutions in the world. So what I feel is that this is a great contribution by the alumni. They felt it and they have done it. And the process continues. And every year the students are applying in large number. They are knowing now everything about the SSGSA. The important thing is that at that time, the awareness was not up to that level. But now there is awareness, students are applying, and they are applying in good number. It is difficult to select them now. So I hope that this good work, which has been done by the entire SSGSA team, I congratulate them. I just admire them, that the way they are passionate about this program. It's not a simple program. It is a very important program, which is run by alumni, and a real contribution. Because once you are there, once you are in a good university, good institution, then there is no looking back. You have to go and have to, even the number of students are they are settled there, and they are asking other students to come over there. So this chain will continue, and I hope that whatever we can do as a faculty members in this university, whatever we can do, whatever the teachers of this university can do, they will be doing it. But the point is that the program should continue, and the passion with which the SSGSA team works is really wonderful. And I'm thankful to each one of them, the young guys who have their future, who have learned how to stay connected with the AMU students, and they are really working very hard to continue this program, to make it a success. And inshallah, I hope that this program will go on, and we are all here to help in whichever way it is possible. Thank you once again for giving me this opportunity to talk to you. And inshallah, I'll be available for every type of help which you might need in future. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Sabir, for your constant support and your input. Now, I would like to invite our scholar guest, Arish, to share her.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
I cannot hear you.
Yes, you are audible. You may start.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, you are. Great. Hello, everyone. I'm Arish Naim. I'm doing a PhD at University of Texas at Arlington. I've done my undergrad and postgrad from Aligarh Muslim University in industrial chemistry. And I'm glad to be here. Thank you, SSGSA team, for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to interact with students and impart what I have gained over these years. So during my undergrad years, I became the founding member of American Chemical Society Student Chapter. And during this period, I was also the first committee president of the same. And I got the opportunity because of this opportunity, I received 2 international awards to attend 2 conferences in US, which was through a full funded scholarship. I was lucky enough to be selected as Shastri Indo-Canadian Internship Awardee for pursuing a 6-month research internship at University of British Columbia in Canada. Due to these exposures and experiences, I realized how I can expand my career further. Aligarh Muslim University gave me a kickstart, but there was a lot to explore. So I decided to pursue my higher education abroad. And that's when I decided to apply for SSGSA. I became the SSGSA scholar in 2019, and that's when my journey with SSGSA started. And it has been a delightful one so far. And I'm glad to be a part of this association. Being in Aligarh Muslim University, I was able to connect with a lot of alumni network, who are doing great things like SSGSA, and it helped me a lot in channelizing my interest and focusing on my goals and figuring out how to do what to do. So SSGSA has played an important role in my career so far. I was able to connect with the like-minded people from my field, and they helped me out with the application process, starting from the application process for PhD up to the visa applications, which I still remember how SSGSA people responded so promptly on my email when I was applying for a visa, and the insights really were wonderful, and it helped me a lot in my visa application. So currently I'm working as a PhD student here, and my research is about carbon dioxide sequestration. It is a project funded by US Department of Energy, and there are only 2 projects going on in US which are funded by US Department of Energy for the carbon sequestration project. And we are planning to, this project further plans to start a plant in US, which could help mitigate the carbon dioxide concentrations and reduce the carbon dioxide emissions from the atmosphere, and thereby make an impact on the world. So I started this journey with ACS as an undergrad, and now I'm a PhD, and I'm doing something which would definitely make an impact in the world through my research. So SSGSA has been an incredible pivotal part of, I would say, of my career. So I recommend all those who have joined today that it's a wonderful thing that you are here, which shows that you have already decided what you want to do in your life, which is a great thing, because most of the people don't even realize what they want to do. They are unable to figure out what they want to do in their life, and that's what the first step that you take towards your career. So once you have decided to be a part of SSGSA, they would definitely help you out with a lot of different things, but it's your duty, it's your responsibility to figure out what your interest is in. So a lot of people ask me how I started and how I decided who was there to tell me. So, well, I started in my undergrad doing all the researches, and Google was my friend. So I would suggest everyone to start your research on your own about the things that you want to do in your life. So have a clear vision, clear plan, start on early, because you need to have a lot of time. You would get a lot of hurdles. So this is important that you start very early on, so that you have ample time to figure out things during this period of your education. So when you start on since you are here, since you are all those students who have joined today, they are definitely aspiring to take their higher education from US or from any other country. This year I got selected to 3 different scholarships. 2 of them were for masters and 1 for PhD in US, and 3 were for masters and 1 for PhD. So I got a full funded scholarship for an M2 master's program in France at University of Paris-Saclay. I got a scholarship. I got admitted to University of Strathclyde for master's program through Women's British Council scholarship. And then I was selected here for a full funded PhD program. So I decided to go for a PhD program. I was also selected at University of British Columbia for a master's program. That was also a full funded scholarship. So these are the few scholarships that I have already received, and I can guide people about these. If any one of the students who are aspiring to go to any of these locations, I can definitely be helpful in guiding them through the application process. And talking about how to plan, how to do things when you have decided that you want to study abroad, and when you have decided that this is what you want in your life, then when you start your education, when you start your undergrad, that would be the best time to figure out what exactly uh, which field you want to pursue after your master's. It's sometimes good to go after your undergrad if you have an undergrad of 3 years. Like I was doing a 3 years program, and I applied to a master's in University of British Columbia, and I got a scholarship there. So there are ways to do things, and there's nothing that is impossible. So you just have to figure out a way how to do things. So whenever you decide that you have to do something, then you definitely have to figure out how to do it. Plan early on. And when you start planning, focus on three things. When you're planning to study abroad, go for your higher education abroad, focus on three things. First would be your grades, because grades are very important, and in many universities they have a cutoff. So you don't want to mess up your grades. You want to have good grades so that you can qualify the minimum eligibility requirements and the GPA requirements. And then you would want to focus on, since a lot of universities have GRE requirements, SSGSA helps you a lot in preparation of GRE and IELTS and TOEFL. So they would be a great help if you are applying for SSGSA, because they cover the application fees. For me, it was I gave my IELTS when I was a SSGSA scholar. So they were guiding me throughout this whole process when I was preparing for these standardized tests and all, and going through the application process. So start preparing for the standardized test, and make sure that you give good enough time for your preparations. Then I would suggest everyone to I would suggest that it's very important that you do not just focus on the grades and academics. It's very important to focus on the extracurricular activities, because for me, I was continuously scoring good in my academics, but with that, I was simultaneously working on a lot of other projects which were outside my classroom. I was doing research internships. I was doing research projects independently, and I was doing a startup. I was also working as a president for ACS students chapter. So there was a bunch of things that you could do which definitely helps you develop your personality. So when you apply, you have to stand out, and those are these things which would help you stand out from other applications in the pool. So focusing on the grades is important, but focusing on extracurricular activities is also very important. And the third thing that I would like to mention here is to have good emotional quotient, like have good emotional development, that when you are going through these processes, it's important to be confident about yourself, about your application, and be self-motivated enough that you could figure out things when they don't work out. So you don't have to be disheartened or disappointed, because when something doesn't turn out the way that you wanted, it's not the end of the world. So it's very important that you also focus on being mentally prepared about all the scenarios that could happen. It could be, you could get selected. When I first applied in my first year, I applied to 5 research internships abroad, and I did not get selected in any one of them. So it's completely fair to be rejected and to have failures, because that's how you understand and learn the application processes. So, and then in the second year, when I applied for the Shastri, I got selected, and it was just 5 students from all over India who were selected for this internship. So I was very fortunate to be one of them. So there's nothing like when which you cannot do, is just that you have to understand and prepare very well. And SSGSA is one platform, one group of association that helps students prepare and make the best out of their assets. So I believe connecting to SSGSA would definitely open a lot of things for you, which would help you and help you learn. It's not just about academics. They'll help you learn about how to network, how to engage with people, how to interact. And it's a huge network. So they would help you out in all the whole journey, starting from the application process. They'll be mentoring you, and they will be telling you how the smallest things that you would be confused about. But I still recommend that a person should always do the job on their own first. They should research whatever they want to do, and then they should have their own, they should do their own homework. And so that you don't become, because these people are busy, so everyone is busy, everyone is extremely occupied with their life in US or anywhere they're staying or they're residing. So you have to make sure that you don't pester your mentors. You just have to be you have to do a lot of work on your own as well. They are just there to guide you, and that's very important. Having a mentor to guide you is an essential thing. It's an incredible thing, because a lot of people don't even get that. So I was fortunate enough to have a family who was very supportive. My father, my mom, they were very supportive with whatever I was pursuing, because they showed confidence in me, and that helped me a lot in each stage of my life. So I had a bunch of other people in my life. I had my teachers. Sohail Sabir sir was one of them, who motivated me in the very first year of my bachelor's about how people are achieving great, doing great things abroad, and how we can do good things even if you have even if you are doing a bachelor's of industrial chemistry. There are a lot of things that you can do. And from our industrial chemistry department, one of our seniors did his master's from Imperial College London. So I would just say that sky is the limit. There's nothing that can stop you if you plan and if you fixate on those goals of yours. It's important to stay focused, to have a clear goal, because if you don't have a clear goal, you won't know what's the roadmap. You won't be able to prepare the roadmap. So it's essential that you first figure out your goals and first understand what you actually want in your life, because that will be the drive that would help you analyze the path and analyze the steps that you would want to take. And that's how I planned, and that's how I was able to take steps that were necessary. And SSGSA was one of those steps that helped me a lot for further my career. So I'm glad that I was fortunate enough to have a lot of teachers who were very kind to me, who helped me out with at different levels. When I was there at Aligarh Muslim University, and like Sohail sir, Zain sir, Farooq ma'am, and these people were always there to assist you with whatever you want to do in your life. And they understood. The most important part was that they understood what I wanted to do, and they were able to assist me accordingly. And the same goes for SSGSA people. They were able to assist me according to my goals. And that's very important, that somebody could understand what you want to do and lead you accordingly. So I would like to congratulate SSGSA team for doing a great job at helping students who are there at Aligarh Muslim University, and help them figure out and channelize their interest, and help them assist them in each and every possible way. I cannot even name all these things that SSGSA has helped me in throughout this process, throughout this journey. And like I mentioned, that the visa process was something that SSGSA team promptly replied, because I had like 1 day to get back to the US consulate with my documents, and they just responded immediately with all the things that I should correct in my document. And that was a great help to me. So thank you so much for patiently hearing me out. And it was a pleasure to interact with all of you and seeing all the known faces. It was really nice talking to. It was really nice seeing Sohail sir again and Full Bhai, and I'm glad to connect Syed with Syed Ali Rizvi uncle, because he was also there as one of the people when I was first traveling to US. So he was also helping me out with things. So thank you so much for having me here. And it was a great, it was an immense pleasure interacting with all of you. And if anyone wants to connect with me further, they can always connect with me on LinkedIn and have their send me their queries, and I would be happy to help anyone.
Thank you, Arish. Thank you for sharing your inspiring journey with us. I'm sure that our audience will benefit from your experiences. Thank you. Now, I would like to invite our application team member, Mr. Ful Hussain, to walk us through the application process this year.
Okay. Hi, Mariam. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone, honorable guests and dear colleagues. Thank you for joining this event. My name is Muhammad Ful Hussain Sheikh, and I did my bachelor's and master's from Aligarh Muslim University Physics Department. And in the United States at the University of Kansas, I'm doing my PhD. So today I'll be talking about how this whole application process works and what are the eligibility criteria for applying to Sir Syed Global Scholar Award. So the whole application process can be thought as a 4-stage process. The first, online application comes into action and you apply through our SSGSA website, providing some documents and then your curriculum vitae, and also answering a few essay type questions, 5 essay type questions. After that, a panel of experts review the applications, and around 5 to 10% of the students are invited for an interview. The interview board is constituted with some US university professors, our executive team members, and then some of our senior SSGSA scholars. We do a holistic review of the application. So based on the application, the motivation of the students, and also their academic background, we select finally around 25 professional scholars and then choose them as the SSGSA scholars. All right, so this is the eligibility criteria for applying to the SSGSA. The first and foremost criteria is that like you have to be in a league. Meaning that you have to have completed or be enrolled in one of the degrees from Aligarh Muslim University. The second most important eligibility criteria is that you have to be registered in the final or the penultimate year of 4 or 5 years of bachelor's degree, or you have to have finished a 3 years bachelor's degree or enrolled in a master's program or have completed that. The last and one of the most important eligibility criteria is that you have to be wishing to apply for a graduate program, meaning a master's or PhD from any of the international universities, international universities within 2 academic years of the scholarship. So because the scholarship itself is valid for 2 years for one time. Some of the examples cases of eligible students include the BTech or BE students in their 3rd or 4th year, or who has completed the BTech or BE. Also, if the students are from BArch or BA LLB, they have to have completed the degree or been registered in their 4th or 5th year of undergrad. Some of other eligible students are like BA, BSc, BCom students who has already graduated, meaning they have completed their bachelor's program and has enrolled or has completed their master's program. So these are the examples of the eligible students. All right, so this slide shows a step-by-step process of the whole application for SSGSA scholarship. Before starting the application, all you have to do is that you have to create an account with your email and contact number on the SSGSA website. And then after that, you have to verify that too. So make sure to, give your valid email because it will be your primary contact with us. So the step-by-step, like the whole process looks a little bit daunting because like it's 10-step process, right? But trust me, it is extremely simple. The application has been simplified to its like maximum level. So the first step is that you provide your personal information. In the second step, you provide your academic information, meaning your grades and everything. In the third and fourth step, you provide your research and work experiences. In the fifth step, you provide any of your paper, posters, workshops, internships, and etc. And then sixth and seventh step goes with your curricular and extracurricular activities. In the eighth step, which is one of the most important step, I'd say, you write 5 essay type, you write the answers of 5 essay type questions within, I think, 200 word limits. And then make sure to spend a lot of time in that step, because it is very important that you write it with careful and attention. And the ninth step, you provide all other information which you haven't already provided. So if you have like any scientific blog, say, or you have done something really good and you haven't have space in the application for providing that. So anything which will strengthen your applications, basically, you put in the ninth step. And then finally, the final step is that you review the whole thing and make sure that there is no error or anything that you're missing or any document that you wanted to provide and you haven't provided yet. So make sure to review it very carefully and then finally submit. There is a very detailed walkthrough of the application process, which was a video made by Ahmed Faraz Badr and Sachin Gupta Bhai. And then they are provided, it's provided in our SSGSA YouTube channel. So make sure to look at that. If you have any confusions, you can also email us or ask any of the past SSGSA scholars. So here are some of the social media platforms that SSGSA is in. So you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, everywhere. We're everywhere. So make sure to find us there and then have your questions forwarded to us, and then we will try our best to answer. Here are some of the other contact details, which are a little bit more formal. So we have our website, which you can just type SSGSA on Google and you'll find it. And then you can also contact chair at ssgsa.us. And then for any query or any kind of questions, you can just contact us at contact@ssgsa.us. There is one more event that we have. This is the penultimate event. One more event we have tomorrow for the Faculty of Life Sciences, Agriculture Sciences, and Medicine. So if you have any friends or anyone that you know, who you know, make sure to spread this news and then ask them to join this session, because they will have some specific questions which might not be addressed in this session, and then which is.
Thank you, Sadia Api, and thank you everyone for answering the questions. Anyone, if they still have questions, they can reach out to us. And now I would like to invite our application team lead to deliver a word of.
Thank you, Mariam. I would start by thanking Professor Sabir sir for supporting this program from right of its inception time. He gave us a wonderful brief history of time of this program, how it was incepted, how he met the earliest scholars, and how he had that wonderful anecdote that he shared with Mohsin Bhai, where he was inquiring about the full form of the program, and then he later became one of the founding members and its chairperson. So that's truly mind-blowing how things start from a seed and then blossom into a full-fledged tree. I would like to again thank him for joining us despite the technical glitch, and he has been a wonderful spokesperson of this program, and he's one of the reasons why we have many talented scholars in this bucket. Next, I would like to thank Ali Rizvi sir. Like always, he is very enthusiastic whenever we organize any program, and he's always there. So thank you, Ali Bhai. Thank you, Professor Farooq Arjaman. She was our special guest, and she truly delivered some special tips on applications like curriculum white development and resume, and then some insights on what to expect in letter of recommendations, which I think would be really key in getting a successful applications for our applicants. I would like to thank Arish Naim. It was really inspiring to know your story. You gave us some great detail about all you have done, and then how our expert mentors helped you throughout the program. You mentioned about the visa struggles and many other things that go unnoticed by a lot of people. So it was truly good to know on that. Your story is truly a testimony of all the hard work that SSGSA family is putting in developing the next batch of the great scholars. Full Hussain, thank you again for organizing and again walking us through in detailed depth of how a successful application can be submitted. And just in case you need some more dose of motivation for applying or hitting that application button, you can go to ssgsa.us and click on the newsletter tab and read through all our wonderfully penned down stories by our scholars. This is what I did when I was applying. It was a great help. Thank you, Mariam, for hosting this program and then coordinating with everyone in the team and making it a success. Sadiapi, thank you for moderating the question and answer session. There were some good questions. And again, if you have any questions, you can always write to us. You can always write to the chair. One thing good about this program is that everyone is so reachable and there is no pride or, things like I am the one or you are lower than me. This is one of the good things or the unique thing that you would find in this program. So thank you, everyone. You are the reason why it is the way it is. Azhar, thank you so much for managing the background logistics. Again, your work is not going unnoticed. Tahir for arranging all the events for us. And then Ejaz, your soulful Quran recitation was a really thing that was much needed for the success of this program or the success of this event. So thank you, everyone.